This is Oilersnation Radio, your one-stop shop for everything Oilers. 1 hour of straight hockey talk with Bagged Milk, Tyler, Liam, Rick, and Dan starts now.
We're in the other studio today. And
studio?
Welcome, Rick.
We're never leaving here. This is home.
This is new home?
This is home, Rick.
Okay.
I think we need to...
I should have brought a sleeping bag.
I don't like where I am.
You do kind of look like you're at the kids' table.
I am at the kids' table, and you guys all have to crane your necks to look at me, so we'll have to figure this out. I'm going to sit in the sink next week.
Well, I was going to say, like, we could put a chair, like, right by that light stand, and you could sit in, like, the circle with us, but the roadcaster doesn't reach, because we need the roadcaster to reach for O&E, so it has to sit in that spot.
Oh, and we got to get rid of this sink.
Oh, I hate this sink.
When are we going to buy this place from Jay?
I hate this sink because there's only one.
Rick wants a his and hers.
No, you need a double sink so you can like wash and put it over there.
Just use a dishwasher.
Yeah, we have a dishwasher.
You don't want to always use a dishwasher. It gets annoying.
What?
For who?
For the dishwasher,
Don't
maybe.
you live alone?
Oh, yeah, you live alone, actually, so I will say there's maybe merit to that. Because, like, how long would it take you to get a full load of dishes? Yeah.
Jeez.
There's days in
that
my
dishwasher
household.
Be stanking.
Yeah, it'd be stanking. Dishwasher once a day for me.
Hey.
That also, well, Amber works from home, right? So all her meals are at home.
Okay.
So that factors into it.
She
I also
snacks.
do dishes like as I'm cooking though, right? So
Yeah,
that's way
fair.
too responsible for me. I can't.
I having stepkids.
I love cooking.
I like to cook something and let it sit there for days.
I'm with you.
Dan has the big family.
I
How
do.
many times a day is your dishwasher run?
There are times where we have to run it twice a day.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I run it
I-
twice a day sometimes.
yeah, I believe that. I thought you were going to go 3 maybe.
No, yeah.
Why?
Usually, usually you do it where like you maybe have to run it in the morning because the kids have loaded it up that night, and then you're running it at night, kind of thing. Like I try to stretch it out. Yeah,
After breakfast run and you
Yep.
have dinner one.
exactly.
Yeah. And also in my house, sometimes you forget where you put your cup.
Well,
Do you?
that's yeah.
And you got to grab another cup.
Do you forget where he put it?
Yeah, I forget.
Although as somebody who leaves their water bottle in every room in this office, maybe I'm being hard on you.
I thought you just had one and it just gets left anywhere.
Yeah, it's here, it's there, it's everywhere.
We only have one, right?
Yes.
Our house has 2 coffee drinkers in it and 4 people living in it, and we use more coffee cups than anybody.
Now, when you make coffee for today's
I don't,
delicious debate,
Go ahead.
are you a Pods family or you're a grains, whatever they're called, family?
We traditionally have been a Pods family. I picked up an espresso for my wife for a gift like 4 years ago.
Wow.
And, but those have become rapidly more expensive. So we're back to grains in the disposable Pods family.
You know what I
That makes
really
sense?
got into during the pandemic was grinding my beans, making a fresh cup. The ritual of it, the spinning, the sound even, the smell.
You probably get a nice smell.
It's really nice.
You just
Really
take
nice.
the ground beans, Liam, and you put them into a disposable cup like K-cup that has like a mesh filter on it
Okay.
that you then can rinse out afterwards.
Oh, I see. I thought you
Reuse.
just like put them right into the water.
No, yeah,
That
no.
seems wild.
Yeah.
You know what else seems wild
Just
is
a
how
real
much
gritty
water Liam has in his Mr. Noodle today.
But now I'm going to have a nice beef drink after.
You are gonna have a nice, well,
Well, it's
Watered
even just like
Watered down
water.
broth.
beef flavored. Why did you get chicken? There's always a chicken guy.
I ran out. I have both. I'm a big chicken guy too, but I wanted a bit of beef today. Heading into the weekend, got a bulk up.
Again, I still think you need to non-shim. You are better than Mr. Noodle at this stage of your life.
I'll bring it.
Oh, please. All right, let's get to some business. By the way, we've got Reese running the board today.
Hopefully it goes well.
So I'm going to
Reese.
cue him in on things to make sure that the video goes smoothly. He's still getting used to, what is this program, Tyler? vMix?
No, he's on StreamYard.
He's on StreamYard.
Walk before you run.
All right.
Although he can do vMix. I'm very proud of him.
I'm also proud of Reese. So, Reese, we're going to go to the delicious debate. Courtesy of our friends at Oodle Noodle. Right now, you can add 2 green onion cakes, 5 spring rolls, 6 wontons for just $2 with the purchase of any signature or premium box in store at oodlenoodle.ca. Takeout only. Because we're trying to help Reese out, we got an advanced look at Rick's delicious debate for the day for our friends at Oodle Noodle. Rick, what do you got for us?
I just have to say this setup is way more intimate than we've ever been. I'm watching Tyler's fantasy roster transactions.
Speak for yourself.
I've got Liam just slurping away at noodles right next to me. We're doing an Oilers podcast, by
Pretty
the
sure
way.
I'm going to get a glass of milk over here at some point, and my spaghetti will be served in a child's cup.
As a plastic dish.
I'm loving it. Rick, what's the debate?
It popped in my head the other day. Actually, the other day, I believe it was. But what's your biggest surprise from, I guess, training camp preseason right now? I know I'm going to start with mine because it popped in my head. I was like, this is going to be a question. I can use it now since we have Leon can't just throw it on my plate later on.
Okay.
Well, Leon also can.
But he can too. But my biggest surprise, I believe, is going to be Alec Regula. I did not see him where he's at right now in terms of, I assume to be down by now.
And that's where my surprise is. My surprise isn't in that, like, I kind of felt like they had a player in them the whole time. Like, an organization doesn't act the way they do if they don't really believe in the player. But my surprise is in the fact that they're considering keeping him up.
Yeah, like he has to go through waivers, right?
Yeah.
They're worried about him being picked up on waivers. Like, they are worried, not just us being worried. Like, we were worried about Tyler Benson being picked up on waivers.
Ralph Lavoie.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Lavoie.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
But yeah.
There is a wrinkle with Alec Regula.
Is it waivers?
I'll tell you. He can go to Bakersfield on a conditioning stint, I believe. However, but his cap would stay in the NHL. So he could go on a 2-week conditioning stint to Bakersfield, because consider it, he hasn't played in however long, right? So if they wanted to do that, it wouldn't really do anything for the cap and roster cuts, I guess, necessarily. But it would give him an opportunity to go and play some games if they wanted to, which maybe they would. I don't know if they are considering that. I think he's playing tonight. Yeah, because Walman and Setcher are both out.
Everyone's sick.
Yeah,
I've got the lines for you for later.
The Oilers are the only team that is sick ever in history.
Yeah, it seems to have happened.
It's because they kiss all the time, which I appreciate.
This is the usual December illness they get. Maybe we're just, building up our antibodies.
Well, I was going to sit back and let you guys answer because you all laughed at me when I was excited about Alec Regula as a person to watch in this training camp. But I just think that for defensive depth, it is exciting.
Yeah.
My real answer is going to be
he's like ahead of depth. They're thinking like ahead of Stetcher. They're putting him in like the top 6
for sure. And I agree with like what Tyler's saying. Like when you look at how the organization handled the player and is handling the player, obviously they've believed there's something there. And that's why I was just like, to me, this team is devoid of some training camp drama, which is a good thing. We've got mostly the plan laid out. So Regula was interesting. But for me, my answer would be the trade for Connor Ingram, as we all let Liam finish his
Mike.
beef broth.
Almost.
But for this organization and for our fans, goaltending has been like forefront of the mind since the last Stanley Cup final run. And I think all of us to a person was kind of going into this season with Pickard and Skinner as our 1-2. And to have Ingram in there now, I don't think he necessarily pencils in as just throwing that off right off the bat, but they made a move to be able to shake up that goaltending position and make a change.
He's still got a ways to go. Ingram, just obviously everything that happened to him, he's got to get playing again. And so I appreciate that Stan Bowman didn't just sit on his hands when someone was there to go and get for essentially a team dinner when Utah comes to town. That's why those huge considerations usually end up being. So I did like that deal. We'll see what he pans out to be. Hey, if he's just a really solid player, if he's just a little bit better than what Pickard has been for the Oilers the past few years, which I think he is, then great. Like, I know Kevin Woodley was talking that on his day, he is probably like when he's at the peak of his powers, he believes he's better than Stuart Skinner. The problem is, kind of get back there, and Skinner, I think, is more of an established player than what Ingram is in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
And Skinner's 2 years younger, I believe. My player that stood out, and I'll still Tyler's here, but maybe not as a surprise player. I'm very surprised at how far ahead Noah Philp is. I thought he'd compete more for a spot at camp. And I never thought they would send him down, but I always thought he would be maybe the 13th, 14th guy. But I think he's just done such a good job as establishing himself as, like, obviously the competition in preseason is always low. But you need players to still be the best players on the ice. And he's proven he's a really solid player at the AHL level. I think he's ready for the NHL level. And I'm excited to see what he can do. I really like the youth movement the Oilers have kind of gone through here the last little bit. Even like the idea of Regula, like Rick said, he's not old. What is he, 24, 25, something like that? Like, it's very interesting. We had Louis on the show on Wednesday, and he spoke about the Boston Bruins when Jake DeBrusk broke into the Bruins team as a rookie, and he was what do you say, 5 other rookies, including DeBrusque. It was
Heinen, Bjork,
McAvoy, and there was one other gentleman. I can't remember his name. But who?
Grizzly?
It was Grizzly, yeah. And they all had really solid impacts on the team. And it seems like the others have kind of gone there. And the Bruins had 50 wins that season. So, I mean, that's obviously a high ceiling if the others were to get there. But I think they're capable of doing it. I think the players they've got are good. And I think Noah Philp is a really nice addition.
Shout out to Bjork for making the NHL. You know, I always just knew her as that singer with the weird spacey music, but good for her.
They also got Taylor Hall for Bjork.
Diverse.
Mm-hmm. That's why you don't play only one thing, not all your eggs in one basket.
Tyler, what's your answer?
I mean, I'm not surprised because I've liked the player for a long time, but Noah Philp's played really, really well. So again, I think he should be the 4C. I think he has been head and shoulders above whoever his competition would be for the 4C. It was encouraging for the lineup tonight. Looks like he's playing 3C, but like he's looked good. And if he would have came in and had a bad camp, it's probably it for him as an Oiler, but he came in and had a good camp. And I was talking to Jeff Merrick today, and he said he's talked to people around the league who from other organizations who are kind of sitting there going, oh, we hope he's on waivers. Like we want him if he's on waivers. Like Edmonton, if Edmonton thinks they're going to sneak him through, they're not. So Phil just earning a spot here and sticking in the organization. That's encouraging to me.
Quite a few players getting picked up on waivers too the last couple of days.
Yep.
Not nobody.
Not Harville, no?
No.
Don't
Not yet.
We don't have good players. Don't tell anyone.
For me, it's again not surprising because I've liked him for a long time, but Matt Savoy's legit.
Oh yeah.
And he's legit without playing with Connor and Leon right now.
He's the way he hustles on both sides of the pucks, the way he darts in and out of traffic, he puts himself in a good spot. He's got good hands in close. Like I'm very bullish on the player. And again, I liked him for a long time. I liked the trade when they made it, but seeing him do what he did and contribute chances, and yeah, maybe he didn't get all the goals you'd probably want from the preseason. Who cares? He's going to be a very good player. The question for me is, he's going to score a pile of goals. The question for me is how quickly he can figure it out at the NHL level. It's a win, not if for me with Matt Savoy. So that's a little bit of a surprise. He's better than I expected him to be.
If you would have told me at the beginning of camp that it looks like he's going to start the season on a line not with Connor or Leon, I probably would have been pretty pissed. But after watching him play with Henrique and play with Nuge a little bit, I actually sit there and go like, it might be the right play. Like he might be a guy who's good enough to do it.
And I think the explanation from Knoblauch of why him and Howard aren't going to be on the top line or playing necessarily with Leon or McDavid makes a lot of sense. Like I think they'll get that. He just said the competition's hard.
Of course.
You know, like,
of course.
Yeah. And that's what he said. He's like, I want to ease these guys in a little bit. He like admitted there was going to be mistakes throughout the year. And he said, as long as those mistakes aren't lingered on by the player, then they're going to be okay. We can live with that. And I did like that from Knoblauch. And one other player I'll give a shout out to, Josh Szymanski.
Yeah, he was fun.
He looks legit. He looks like a really
He's got a great shot too.
Yeah, big body as well. Just got to go learn how to play center in North America, and he'll do that in Bakersfield. I think Bakersfield has quite a few decent players.
I would say the same thing for Arto Leppinen. Like I knew zero about him. Yeah, I call him the chaos defenseman because in his own zone, it's kind of like, what are you doing? But on the offensive side of the puck, man, he's fun.
I do feel like there's more potential in Bako now than there ever has been. And it's not the traditional way. It's not a bunch of like guys that you've drafted and kind of brought up through your system and whatnot, but there's sort of, we've found guys from the other side of the pond.
No, we've got Reese over here. He's waving arms.
The TV went out.
Classic Reese.
Reese is such a producer. He is making sure that we are dialed in on the visuals. Look at Reese.
I'm blocking it. No one can see. It's a good time to finish my soup.
That was not any sort of commercial break, Liam.
I'm concerned about Liam needing a pee break with this gallon of beef
Don't have
juice
to run
he's
downstairs
drinking.
anymore.
No, it's so good up here in comparison.
Right. Well, he'll bring him.
Yeah.
He'll bring a mic in there. Tyler wants to hear the stream.
Next time we should have like a plate of nachos.
We can do whatever we want in here.
The chat would love, or the viewer would love if we were just munching food the whole time.
Hey, Tyler, remember our Montana's Ribs episode? People want to hear us eat while we're
That was good.
The funniest part about the Montana's Rib episode is that I was also there producing it, but I didn't realize how far away I was. Remember how far away we were? And I just had the headphones on the whole time. And I tried to talk and you guys just couldn't hear me. That was so far away. That was classic.
All right, Reese, we're going to get to some news here for our friends at Odd Company. This is all the biggest stories of the week, and we're going to cover them all. Of course, I got to tell you, Odd Company is proud to partner on Nation Beer Everyday Lager. Perfect for the next big game or your next go-to lager. Find it at Odd Company Brewing at either of their Edmonton locations or at liquorconnect.com. He's really powering through that bottle of broth.
This can't be a regular thing.
No, I'm trying to. Well, usually I have it half an hour.
New food.
It might be a bit that I just like. How much liquid can Liam drink during the podcast?
I was trying to be discreet. You guys are the ones bringing it up.
Yeah, we are making it more of a problem. That's fair.
How can this not distract me?
I moved the mic away and everything. We're good now.
All right. Well, find it at the next. Find it at either Odd Company location or at liquorconnect.com. Search it out. Find a liquor store near you that sells it. Go get yourself some Nation Beer Everyday Lager. I want to start with, we've already been talking about him, so let's talk about Connor Ingram. There's a couple things. Number one, he cleared waivers. The meltdown, very funny. Very, very funny. And young Tyler and Liam on Oilers Nation Every Day, they said, hey, here's what I think is going to happen. Clears waivers. Maybe they make a trade, get that salary retained. And guess what happened? That's exactly what Stan Bowman did. He ended up trading future considerations for Connor Ingram at $800,000 retained. Exactly what Tyler and Liam suggested would happen. You freaked out for nothing.
I'll give all credit to Tyler on that one, but I'm glad to be attached to the idea.
I will add that it's not like I didn't do any reporting. It was just like the common sense of like the Oilers don't want to disrupt their room for someone who's not guaranteed to be an improvement. And like, that's not me saying I don't like Ingram. I do think like gun to my head, Ingram or Pickard to like win you a hockey game. I'm probably taking Connor Ingram. Like there's just a ceiling there with him, but out of the gates with the room being what the room is right now. And hey, let's be honest, with Connor being unsigned, are you going to put Calvin Pickard, a guy who's close with everyone, who everyone in there loves? Like, are you going to waive that guy? And what's the vibe in the room if you waive Pickard and then you're, 1-4 to start the It would have been an unnecessary risk to take Connor Ingram at his full cap hit, take all the intangibles out. Taking him at 1.8 million was dumb. Disrupting your room would have been dumb. The Oilers, there was a path to them having their cake and eating it too. So
also the other angle is Ingram hasn't played in quite some time.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's crazy how people just don't take that into account for players.
Yeah.
Kind of, we have like a blueprint right in front of us for how this should be dealt with in Noah Philp.
Yeah.
He took time off too.
And not even like that drastic of an age difference because what's Ingram, 28?
They're almost in the same position.
Similar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Ingram has one more year still after this one.
Nope, UFA at the end of the year.
UFA, but maybe that's interesting because both Oilers goalies are UFAs at the end of the year too.
I thought about that too the other day because I was like, you know what? Like I doubt they're gonna go and like re-sign Calvin Pickard. Like,
yeah,
Ingram might be a guy who's here longer term.
Yeah, maybe he's got like similar to Regula in a way too, right? A guy who just needs to play some games. The others clearly like him in some capacity and think there's something there.
If you roll forward with Ingram and Skinner going forward, that is not going to be a massive cap hit either.
No,
One of them can sit there and ask for a big ass raise.
I can't imagine. Like it'll all depend obviously on Connor Ingram if he gets called up to the NHL all this season, but like, that guy's not going to be more than 1.5 million. I would have to guess, like at the most. So yeah, I really like the deal. I like what Bowman said. I was just like, we're not really like too concerned about the on ice product at the moment. Like we're just here to kind of like help him. Bowman said he called him and told him like the organization clearly believes in him, and that's what Bowman said to him. So I think it's good messaging. I think Bowman has done ironically, the first move he had to make with Holloway and Broberg off his sheets was the worst thing he's done since he's been the GM. I think every single move has panned out pretty well.
Did we have a prediction on a goalie trade? Because I feel like we did, and I feel like I nailed it. I don't get many of these, so I'm looking for wins when I can find them. Especially after going in the O for club on the whiteboard game.
Talked about.
We didn't write them down. All we have so far is rookie predictions and Walman contract predictions.
Damn. Well, I win. There's just no proof of it. So
I don't
take
like
that as you will.
I don't like my bet of Pickard being the starting goaltender for game one for the Oilers anymore.
You know what? I'm glad that one's going to fail then.
Thanks.
We, as a city,
To be fair, we still have to get through the next couple of days of him being getting over his cold or whatever it is, right? So
That's true.
Matt Tompkins did get called up today.
By the way, I cashed out that Stuart Skinner bet. I bet against the field. I was just slightly up on what I put in. I'm like, I'm out.
I checked to see after the Ingram trade if it was still available. It was removed.
Bet365 has another fun one.
Yeah, the McDavid one.
Oh,
But
we'll wait.
there's a favorite Only at minus 160, which is actually really good value, to be honest.
Put a pin in it. We'll get there. We're going to check in on our numbers here in a second. The other thing I want to talk about as we get through the news here is Kris Knoblauch extended 3 years. That was announced earlier this morning. Thoughts on the Oilers retaining their head coach for 3 more years?
Rick?
I expected it.
But yeah, that's a fair way to put it.
I don't know. It's like not a massive surprise. He's been fairly successful since he's been here. I don't see why you would make him go out there and be a lame duck coach.
You don't need to make him earn it anymore. I think he's done a pretty good job. Yeah. How much money is he making? Do we know?
I have no idea.
I haven't seen that, but I'd love to know.
The coaching stuff never like, I don't know if you saw Pierre LeBrun yesterday was like, oh, by the way, at some point over the summer, John Cooper signed an extension with the Tampa Bay Lightning. And just no one reported on it. Team didn't announce it. No post, nothing, no press release, just did it. I've liked that this has given a bunch of people a chance to give like their Kris Knoblauch stats about how impressive his first year and a bit of coaching is. So Gregor had one. If he wins 6 of his first 11 games, he will be the 6th fastest coach to 100 wins in NHL history.
Damn.
So they got to go 6 and 5 out of the jump, and he'll be the 6th fastest coach to 100 wins. Joining elite company like Sheldon Keefe and Dean Evison.
Fair enough.
Great coaches.
Again, still no job for Woody. Where's Woody?
I said this with Liam, like, I love Kris Knoblauch. I think he gets, deserves a lot of credit for how well this last year and a half has gone. I still stand by my take that I think they would have had a lot of success with Jay Woodcroft too. I never disliked him as a head coach.
He's an assistant now, no? In Anaheim? Yeah, with Joe.
Oh, producer Reese chiming in.
Yeah. What was that, Reese? Oh, thanks.
Oh yeah, Reese knows where everyone went over the summer. He went 8 for 8 on the game.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, 7 for 8.
Oh, because Reese is cracked. Well, and that would when Reese is on the show.
All right. Well, next time we play that game, Reese, I'm texting you.
We want to know which way they shoot the puck, though.
You're good at that.
Yeah, that's my.
I feel like I could play that game.
Yeah,
I'm bad at that.
I don't think
one.
I could. Forward defenseman, I could. Forward.
I don't remember who it was, but the left-handed.
I honestly don't know why anybody has a problem with it. It's not even a question.
I don't remember who it was, but there was a left-handed Alashemsky that drove me nuts. One of our staffers said he was left-handed. Drove me nuts.
Wasn't he righty?
It was a righty.
I think he was ambidextrous.
Yeah, you're right. If you can remember one highlight, like I remember him in that Detroit goal, it's a backhand to that side, like towards you, so you know it's righty.
I think I go back to older players. For some reason, it's like hockey players.
A couple other things as we work through the news here. Fella Vasily Podkolzin back on the ice here in Edmonton. He's having his first practice with the boys. He is not listed to play tonight against Vancouver, but that is fine by me. Take your time, young man.
Glad he's back.
Glad he's back. Glad to see him back on the ice. He's going to be a big part of the team going forward. So I'm just happy to see he's back in the city. This is the part we're going to get over with very quickly. We are checking in our McDavid numbers this morning over on our friends at Flames Nation. Barn Burner Boys had Darren Dreger on, and he said, and I quote, 50-50 McDavid stays in Edmonton. But as far as I could tell, he is pretty much the only one saying that. So
Darren Dreger, same guy that tweeted out a direct message from a GM a couple of trade deadlines ago.
That was hilarious.
Oh, that was pretty good.
We are acquiring blank. I can't remember who it was, but yeah I wonder who your sources are. Yeah, I disagree with Mr. Dreger strongly. I have nothing to back it up, but 50-50 is just not the number.
Like no one else is saying that.
No, like even like
that's
Frank
sounds made up.
Yeah, it does. Like Frank and from Elliott are both
Stoffer.
Stoffer, like very confident, like he's gonna sign. Like Freeman and Bukauskas interviewed him, and they were just like, seems like a guy who knows his decision. And
I also like to know the context in this. Like, were they having some fun with it? Because I can't see those guys down there.
You know what they were doing.
Talking this subject very seriously.
Hey, Dregs, check only clears if you say this.
You know what they were doing.
Like, exactly. That's my whole point. It's like if they went on whatever that kid out in Toronto did the same thing. Like it's just.
I just wish that people would hold the insiders to account, because if you're saying 50-50, then you probably got it narrowed down to like a division, some teams that are going to be involved. Like you have to have.
I'm saying Drake, and I don't want to shit on people, but like Dreger's the king of being vague, and if he can't be right or wrong with that.
Yep. No.
There's a reason that the Canada Weather Agency doesn't say that they're 50% sure that something's going to happen in a city. They literally will not do it. It's either 40 or 60% because they have to have some kind of conviction.
You got to lie on
behind what they say. Yeah, you can't just say it's a toss up. So I like that's my thing is just, and yeah, you're right, Tyler. Like you don't want to rip on one person specifically, but when these insiders say it, say okay, and then go into the next question. Where do you see them going? Why do you say that it's 50-50? What has Edmonton done that's changed in the last 3 weeks where we were thinking that he was going to sign? So I mean,
because it's a Flames podcast. That's why. I love the Barn Burner boys. They know what they're doing. So
it's true.
We're going to win, that's for sure.
Well, no, that's why they have to talk about the Oilers.
Yeah, they got to fuel themselves somehow.
Let's do this real quick. What's your number? I'm still at 6. I have not moved.
6. I'm at 0.
I'm all the way down to a 3 now.
Wow.
What happened?
Well, yeah, what happened?
This whole press conference thing on Monday has got me.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys hear about this?
Go ahead,
Tyler.
So Kevin Carius on his show.
The big program.
Thank you. He had something. He said something the other day, I think when he was on a Saravalli, where he said he was going to host an event in the Oilers Hall of Fame room on Monday, and the Oilers last minute have said, hey, the room's booked for something. You need to do it Tuesday now. So why are they clearing out Monday? People at first were like, oh, probably for a Knoblauch extension. That's obviously not the case. They announced that today. So what could they be announcing on Monday that takes? And there was another a guy on Twitter who goes by Klima's Lid. He sent this tweet out an hour ago.
Oh.
As an Oilers season seat holder, I've been permitted to attend media pressers in the past as long as I turn off my phone and don't talk. Today, I inquired about attending the Hall of Fame room event on Monday and was told no.
Wow. It's coming down to two things. It's either Connor or it's Walman. I don't see them doing all this for Walman. It's Connor.
Or
new tiles in the Hall of Fame room.
I was just going to say, new chairs.
Someone's playing a concert series ahead of Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Let's look that up. Who's playing at Rogers? Anyone on Tuesday?
Well, the CFR just ended, so no.
Well, we had Cole Robertson on, and he was talking about the Oilers played a game the night before the CFR last year, so they can move things around quickly. I don't think the Oilers would tease everyone like
no
this.
Events Monday or Tuesday at Rogers.
Okay, signing. That's it.
How are you still 6?
Unless the Queen's coming to town and she's not been around for a few years, there's nothing else.
Bag Milk is a big Dregger guy. It's not his fault.
He
lives and dies by the Dregger sword.
Because I don't believe the Oilers ever.
That's fair.
That is my default setting.
I just
still at 3.
I think the organization, this has got out now, and it was going to get out if they literally told a radio host that he couldn't host his event there.
Without saying, hey, don't say anything about it.
Yeah. So I just don't think they could tease everyone like this. Oh, will they?
To be fair, they're not. Our speculation is running rampant.
Yeah, because there's also a chance that the Oilers are like, hey, by the way, new season starting this week. Here's the new Bobby Nix, but it's for somebody else.
What time's the press conference?
We have no idea.
Okay.
I guess 9:17.
They just said something's going on, but the Oilers have not announced anything.
Yeah, they haven't announced anything.
Rent this room on this day.
Well,
because
Dan Powers also from Empty Netters, those boys. He's been calling Monday for quite some time. How he would know anything, I have no idea, but he did tell us about Trent Frederick long before it happened. So there is that.
Never know.
So
Dirty dream.
Dan Powers.
Tyler, what was your number? You said 3?
-6 knowing this information. Going in.
No. But I'll tell you what I will do. If this does happen on Monday, the article I write that afternoon is going to have so many people in the crosshairs. I've been thinking about this for months. I'm going to be insufferable. And there are even our teammates, fellow Nation Network employees. You're going to get a lot of shrapnel in this one.
Some of the stuff that had to be approved by this company was just outrageous. It had to be done. I understand.
The stuff that I have to approve is outrageous.
It's disgusting. I would never do that to them.
If their teams aren't good enough, they're going to focus on only their teams.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're going to move on.
Looking at you.
The other
fan base.
You guys mentioned Jake Walman. There's a couple of reports from the insiders that they're working towards a deal, but they're still a ways apart on the AAV.
Oh, so that means probably not Monday?
Likely not Monday. Although my prediction is already done because I predict him to sign this past Monday. So Whoopsie
I don't
daisies.
remember what I had.
Rick had today. I had 2 days ago. Dan wasn't here. Liam had Sunday.
I'm going to say
Sunday?
Monday.
BM had 4 days ago.
I'm going to say Monday. I'm going to
Dan,
come in and say Monday. Bold.
So
way to
there
go
you
out on a limb.
So there could be something happening on Monday as broken by the big program over on 1440. We shall see. It's only a couple of days away, people. The other rumor that kind of kicked off a little bit, especially around here, was Jim Matheson on Twitter tweeted that the Oilers are kicking tires on Lukas Reichel. I don't know anything about Lukas Reichel, so I'm hoping Tyler and Liam and somebody else can tell me about him.
I'll tell you a little bit about Mr. Reichel. He only wants to play in the top 6. And Jeff Belashil, who is the coach of the Chicago Blackhawks.
That was Blaze Hill.
I don't think so.
Is that Gru?
Belashil. No, that's Derek Lalonde.
There we go.
Said that he only has a skill set to play in the top 6 and basically refuses to play in the bottom 6 based off the way he plays hockey.
Kind of attitude I like.
So I know we all want this
opportunity.
reclamation project, but the truth of it is, where? We're talking about, like, I don't think this will happen, but like Matthias Janmark's like a guy people have discussed going through waivers.
Yeah.
Like that's how deep this forward group
Let's not
is.
forget, like we have our 6 right now, but Hyman's not on it.
Totally. Exactly.
I saw a really funny Twitter thread the other day.
There we go.
And it was like, what's something that you did when you were broke that you still do, even though like you have money? And someone replied to it and was like, I caught my husband the other, it was like me and my husband both make 6 figures. I caught him the other day washing out his Ziploc bags and putting them back in the counter. And I feel like that's Oilers fans with reclamation projects, right? You see Reichel pop up, you're like, he could be a top 6. Like, we don't need him. We're good. We don't need to wash our Ziploc bags anymore. We're a good hockey team.
Although we at Oilersnation Radio do encourage you to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Yeah.
Well, here I am going after another insider, but where did Matheson pull this out of?
Sometimes you tweet things. Sometimes you tweet.
It does feel a little bit like the Bowman conversation, right? Like it's just Stan Bowman connection to
I think
a former Blackhawk player, and so
tweets. I don't know if it's by Jim or not, but that's just like speculation. That's how you keep those.
Oh, 1,000%. That's where I kind of like, I consider the source a little bit and just kind of was, yes, it's an intriguing conversation. It made me look at the player, I guess, but I didn't really put much more weight into it than that.
Someone else did legit say something about it.
Before or after he said it, I wonder.
I take a lot of what Jim says with a grain of salt.
Jim's a fine writer. I just have questions. And again, I feel like I'm the guy that's going after the insider, so come after me. But yeah, I just have questions as to where that comes from.
I'll tell you where it came from. The host of the DFL Rundown Insider podcast. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Dave Pagnotta said it.
Oh.
Said Vancouver, Edmonton, and San Jose are among the teams believed to have interest.
Yeah, that was like him rattling off kind of 4 or 5 teams. Still,
3.
I'm buying it.
Also, by the way, even if they don't get him, Stan Bowman should be kicking tires on these players.
Yeah.
He's not really doing his job if he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, like if Chicago was like, hey, we're willing to keep 50% because like we really want to get him at, then yeah, I mean, sure. But like,
and like he could trade another steak dinner for somebody at a retained, like you got to do it.
Yeah.
I think it gets to a point though, where you look at the team and it's like, okay, how many guys do we have that haven't played meaningful playoff games before?
Mm-hmm.
You got Howard, you got Savoy, Philp are all going to be in the forward group, Tomasek.
Mm-hmm.
You got there's 4 right there.
Yeah, but those 2 of those guys you can see being bumped out by additions near the end of the near the deadline, which are going to be like veteran or whatever.
I agree, but I just
and Reichel's not going to be the type of player you pick up near the deadline.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. No, he's obviously a bit more impactful than I mean, I wouldn't hate it if they got him. I just don't know where he slots in.
Exactly, and I think what we have right now needs an opportunity to run, to play.
Yeah.
You kind of know you have it with a player over there, and I just think you're in the way of better options for us right now.
Agreed.
Moving along, we have finally reached the final preseason game of the year.
Wow.
It's here.
Well done.
Finally,
everybody.
tonight, we did it. Oilers play Vancouver tonight, the last preseason game, and I got your line combos. We've got Draisaitl, McDavid, Frederick. You got, Puckholes in his, he was on the second line with Nugent-Hopkins at practice this morning. Curious if he plays or not. Howard Thomas at Kapanen, Henrique, Philp, Savoy. I don't like Savoy on the fourth line, but I don't care. It's preseason. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Stetcher, Kulak, Emberson, Walman, Regula. And then it looks like Stuart Skinner is getting the start. So there's your line combos. We finally made it.
No, I don't think he is.
Who'd that be?
I think isn't Tompkins and Pickett on the flight?
Yeah, so I think Tompkins this is put out 4 hours ago by Bob. I think Tompkins has been picked up recently. I think Stu is the one who's sick. I don't know if anyone actually has line combos out there, but that's just kind of like how they.
Oh, so just because Stu's sick.
Yeah, someone's sick.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's why they had to call up those 3 guys the other day too, because guys were sick.
It's too much kissing. Too much kissing. But fine. The question I had just to wrap up the news is I wrote about this on Oilersnation.com after the last game in Seattle. What do you think happens? What kind of year do you think we get from Ty Emberson? Because we talked about Alec Regula kind of knocking on the door for a spot. Troy Stetcher's already here, and we saw in the playoffs that Kris Knoblauch tends to favor him over Ty Emberson. Where does Ty Emberson fit in this equation for you, Tyler?
I forgot how many games he played last year.
A lot, right? 70?
Yeah, like if you had to guess, how many do you think he played last year?
It was like 75 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 76. I thought he played like 62. I thought there was longer stretches where he was being like healthied. I think we're writing this guy off entirely too early. And I shouldn't say we, but like there are people out there who are like itching for, all right, people were saying trade Emberson for Reichel, like just give the spot to Regula. And it's like, Emberson is 25 years old. I think he's younger than Regula, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think it's at least it's close. Like when Jake Walman was Ty Emberson's age, he hadn't played a full season in the NHL yet. Like he's young, and that type of defenseman, we see it in lots of places. And I'm not saying these are comparables, but like guys who excel in the defensive side of it and don't have the offensive upside. Nico Mikkola just signed a big ticket with the Panthers, right? Peaked very late. It takes that kind of defenseman in most circumstances until they're mid to late 20s to get that strength, to learn how to play the game. You need so many reps. Like I'm still very high on Emberson. If you had to ask me right now who I'd rather have, Emberson or Regula, I'm taking Emberson every day of the week.
So to answer your question, Ty Emberson's about 2.5 months older than Regula.
Okay.
Both 2000 babies.
It's crazy for fans of this team to be dismissive of trying to get rid of any of our defensive depth. Like
people just kind of forgot about him because they get replaced with class, but that's what happens when you're that young.
Yeah. But the other angle too is
you take a bigger step this year and get some playoff games. If anybody dropped over there, I could see it almost being Stetcher.
because like there's also the angle, I'm pretty sure, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that all 3 of those guys, Emberson, Stetcher, Regula, all require waivers.
Yes. The only player that doesn't on the roster currently outside of rookies is Thomasek.
So that's going to lead to an interesting decision about who they put through waivers.
I think Stetcher might be gone.
Tony
Stretcher.
Well, if you put him in waivers, does anybody take him? Like that's really the question.
He's just so cheap. That's why I get nervous.
He's so cheap and he's
Damon
effective.
Hunt has some injury issues before.
Damon Hunt got claimed today. Or Damian Hunt, whatever his name is.
I was just going to say, I think that it maybe depends on the day that you release him too, just because the glut of players available versus not.
That is a good point. If you wait right till the end, then teams might be less inclined because they've either picked up a guy that they liked if they need defensemen, or they're dealing with their own roster crunch and they'll just be like, well, we're not doing that.
And even if you take Stetcher out of the lineup and run Emberson and Regula, I think that's still good, more than good enough to get you to the deadline time when you're going to add another top 4 righty, right? So and at the same time, you might just run 8.
I don't think they can.
Because of forward.
Hyman being out. They just need more guys. And if Janmark
going to go on LTIR?
Yeah, but Janmark also being out, like I don't think they have forwards.
Right? Yeah, they're gonna probably need to. I don't think you can do 8. I think you got to make a choice, or you do the regular conditioning stint. Hyman, maybe Janmark can go on LTIR.
I mean, he could. He really could.
Do you think he's gonna be out 3 weeks? I need him to be out 3 weeks. The old, who was the defenseman a few years ago who was like, yeah, my back hurts.
Oh, Murray. Ryan Murray.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever recovered.
Did he say his back hurts or did somebody else say his back hurts? I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, we've got more business to get to and we've got hard outs for some of the boys here. So let's get to the betting segment, Reese. We are going to give a shout out to our friends at Bet365. Whatever your bet, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app and get in on the game. Use the code NATION. Bet365 must be 19 years old or older. Please play responsibly. A couple of things here, fellas. one hockey thing, but I don't really care about it right now. Let's talk Jays, Tyler.
Okay.
Series kicks off tomorrow. Looking at the series itself, as we speak right now in Bet365, the Yankees are favored to win the series at minus 150, whereas the Jays are plus 125. However, tomorrow for game one, Kevin Gausman is on the bump. The Jays are favored to win on the money line in game one, minus 125. The Yankees are plus 105. The run line for the Jays to win by 2 or more is plus 165. To cover the run line, the Yankees are minus 200. Tyler, what's your take as the Jays start the playoffs tomorrow?
The big advantage, and I know there was a bit of like, oh, do you really want to buy if you're going to potentially lose your momentum? The Yankee series went 3 games. They had to pitch Rodon in game 2. They had to pitch Schlittler in game 3. Their opener, Max Fried. Like Max Fried pitched in game 1 on Tuesday. Wednesday off, Thursday off, Friday off. He can't pitch game 1. Like the Yankees not only are the Yankees going to be forced into a bullpen game for game 1, it's going to be like scraps of their bullpen putting together. I mean, Schlittler going 8 last game definitely helped. But the Jays are in a great spot to win game 1.
Bullpen isn't great.
The Yankees? Is Chapman still around?
He was on the Red Sox.
Oh, wow.
So I think the Jays have a great chance at taking game 1. So if you like them, don't bet them on the money line in game 1. Bet them to win the series at plus 125. Because if you win game 1 in a best of 5, you're in a great spot, right? Not that it's like a lock by any means, but
like this is 2025. Go to 7s. Hockey 7s. Basketball 7s. They used to do fucking 5 in the first round a lot and then change to 7s. Why not do 7s? Let's ask an owner if you don't want to do 7. Like, how many more dollars do you make? Do game 7s.
Yeah, but
game 5 is boring.
The structure of baseball, like the regular season is set for like 4-game series max kind of thing. So you've got your 5 starting pitchers. I just think with the 5 starting pitchers, you've got to keep it.
How about let's cut 5 games off the regular season and give me more playoff baseball.
I would agree with that.
I'm not upset by that.
But I mean, I just think money wise, you're never going to get all the owners to sign off on that. I don't mind best of 5 in the ALDS.
Right, it's more money it's more money in the playoffs
for the 4 playoff teams.
Oh yeah, but I mean, every owner expects. If you're an owner of the baseball, you're like playoff teams. Well,
Pittsburgh Pirates.
I don't expect to be a playoff team ever.
Yeah, like if you're the A's, you just want everybody else making money.
I was going to say
there was a time that they were like, "Hey, we can make the playoffs."
Pirates,
Kansas
Rockies.
The Pirates have first of all, you're going to agree that the Pirates have one of the best pitchers in the league, and the fact they haven't put anybody around them.
The Marlins the Marlins did not sign a single free agent last offseason. Like not of any. They spend literally $0. Like there are baseball owners are cheap. They want their TV. They want
to sell their whole team up.
They want their regular season TV money, and a lot of the owners, that's all they give a shit about. So 5 more regular season games is an extra $5 million on your TV deal. That's all they care about. But I get what you're saying, Rick. But I don't know. There's some traditions in baseball. Like ALDS is 5 games. Yeah. Sure. Anyways,
they're bringing in the reviews this year.
Yeah, they are.
The old helmet tap. They've done the pitch clock. I understand the tradition thing. And baseball is very big on traditions, but you've already some traditions behind.
They would have to shorten the regular season because you can't have the World Series, and that's the other thing too is the travel with it. Unless you did the 2-3-2, which I also do like.
Sure, do 2-3-2. I mean, in the first one they do all at home.
Yeah,
they're all for the top seed.
Anyways, the Jays are in a best of 5 against the Yankees, and I kind of like their chances just because of the way their rotation lines up.
Well, if you like the Jays and you like the rotation, you like how it lines up, plus 125 to win the series over at Bet365. Last bet for our friends at Bet365. Might as well bet on a little preseason hockey. Why not? Tonight, Oilers take on the Canucks. They are favored minus 135 on the money line. Canucks are plus 115 on the money line. I haven't seen that yet. I don't think so.
The Canucks roster? A strong one. I read it out earlier.
Strong in quotations, like for there.
They basically are playing their lineup.
Well, which you kind of expect the last
Jeff Patterson released it. Maybe their lineup. It's DeBrusque, Patterson, Besser, Baines, Cheadle, Garland, Kane, Coots, Lekamaki, something, O'Connor, Beluga, Sherwood, defense Hughes,
They're playing a Beluga?
Yeah.
They're really taking this whale thing seriously.
Patterson, Myers, Patterson, Willander, Demko.
Well, if you want to bet on it, let me tell you about it. The Oilers are favored on the money line, minus 135. The only thing I touch in the preseason that I like to have a little bit of fun on if I'm going to bet on a preseason game is the over-under.
Yeah.
Might as well just bet on some goals. So the over-under is 5.5, over minus 115, under minus 105. As I learned last night for Thursday Night Football, life's too short to bet the under.
Oh,
I got burned on that.
Tough break. The rowdy rhymes.
Way she goes. Download the app and get it on the game. Use the code NATION at Bet365. Must be 19 years old or older. Reese, we're going to ask the idiots for our friends at Swiss Donair. Swiss Donair is the perfect meal for a Friday. You're going to watch the preseason game tonight or not, but you need fuel for the weekend, and I recommend our friends at Swiss Donair. Swiss Donair is home of the old school Donair with options if you want some flair. Open 25 years and now open 7 days a week. Pride of the North Side, Swiss Donair is great for your events at home or the office. Check out their location at 8308 144th Ave Northwest or order online at Swiss Donair.
Swiss Donair.
4 questions here for Ask the Idiots, fellas. We're going to rip through these. I'll start with Rick because you're one of the only people I can see. Knoblauch just signed a 3-year extension. What's the one non-coaching metric, stat, roster, history you use to judge whether this extension was justified 3 years from now? Is, like, as an example, is it the most playoff series won? Is it goal differential? Is it something weird like power play and penalty kill stats? Does it have to be Stanley Cup wins? What would you consider a successful 3-year run for Kris Knoblauch?
For this situation here, would definitely be a Stanley Cup. For coaching situations, I think every situation is different. You just want it to be success, whether it be just starting off as a very young team and moving forward, or if you take a team like us, it has to be Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I'm going Stanley Cup too. Liam?
Yeah, Stanley Cup, and then I would say playoff wins. So a series wins, I guess.
Dan, what do you got?
It's kind of, to me, it's like just a most improved kind of an award. So I just want to see marked improvements that I can point back to the head coach and say, yeah, that was his structure. That was his position that he.
But for this coach, is that not?
Yeah, it is. It is. Unfortunately for Knoblauch, it is. But
you want to move your team forward.
Yep.
This specific situation.
It's unfortunately, the only way you can do it is to get a couple more wins in a Stanley Cup final.
Tyler, what do you got?
Stanley Cup, Stanley Cup, Stanley Cup. I want 3 of them.
Reversing the order.
Yeah. It's a cup. It's a cup. Like if by the end of year 2 they won a cup, you're probably talking about his job being online, right? Like that's where the bar is.
Yep. Tyler, start with you. How many games do you think Connor Ingram will play with the Oilers this season?
Oh, here we go. So it begins.
I mean, injuries can really change things. I'm going to say he doesn't play a game.
Ooh,
0.
Spicy.
0.
I like it. Dan, what do you got?
Sorry, what was the question again?
How
How many games does Ingram play for the Oilers this year?
This year, I'm going to say he gets into 15 to 20.
15 to 20?
Yep. I think that he's our off season or our transaction that mid season he comes up into the team and starts to push.
Liam, what's your number?
No more than 5.
Interesting. Rick, what do you got?
I'll throw like a 7 in there just because I was going to go around 5. He might get a couple more with the jersey on and sitting on the bench, but I don't think he's going to see the ice all that often.
That's what I think too. Might be around for 15 games. We might only play a few.
My thought in my head was 5 to 10, but like the 10 felt high.
That would require somebody
probably got hurt.
Serious step back, or
I can see at the end of the year.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick 5 to 10 as a range, but lower end of it.
Yeah, if there's an injury, he obviously will come up. He's the first man up, but I think I have trust in Stu and Cal.
All right, Liam, let's get to the stupid questions now.
Okay, here we go. What legs would you have if you were a giraffe?
Well, this kind of. Imagine the NHL really wants to lean into fan involvement, and there's a new rule where the Oilers have to draft one random fan from the stands every game to play a full period, including getting regular shifts. What is your strategy for hiding this fan player so that they don't get scored on in their shifts?
My strategy?
Yep.
So like, when they go on the ice, what would I do to prevent them from getting scored?
They have to take regular shifts, but how are you hiding them so you don't get caved in when they're out there?
Only ozone draws.
Oh, fuck you. Damn it. That was my fix.
I mean, that's what they do with rookies. It's the same thing.
Only ozone draws, and he's playing left or right defenseman for that draw so that you then can skate back to the bench real fast.
I would say maybe like if I had to push it a bit more, they could play penalty kill. You just have to block shots. I mean, that would be tough, but like it's a good way to get some shots.
5-on-3.
The penalty kill 5?
Power play?
Oh, yeah.
No, I want to.
Wait, how often does that happen? That's not a regular shift.
Well, I mean, he was going to penalty kill. That's not really great.
What if there was another wrinkle where like every point that random fan gets you throughout the year is an extra $1 million in cap space at the deadline?
Fun.
Oh, wow.
How often would you play? I mean, there might be days where the guy is like somewhat decent, and then it's like, oh shit, we're playing him a ton. Like we need that cap space.
You just get him to do like the Zach Hyman on the power play, and you just stand here. Boosh is going to hit you, and it's going to go in.
If you're like up by 2 and the other team's doing the aggressive goalie pull, you're like, go stand at the other blue line. Get out there. We need the money.
Tyler, how you hiding the fan player?
Ozone draws. He's a left or right winger. If there is an opportunity for like a 5-on-3 power play, put him out there because it's not going to affect you all too much. And maybe if it's like a real beauty fan and you were like, are you good blocking shots? Maybe you can throw him out there for a penalty kill. That's dangerous though. You know what?
It's easy to me. Fourth line offensive zone. They only play a handful of minutes per period. That is a regular shift for a fourth liner.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you're living out your dream. Enjoy it. Fourth question. Dan, I'm going to start with you.
Yes.
You win a contest to coach the Oilers for a game and the players have to follow your instructions. What changes, if any, are you making with your opportunity behind the bench?
Oh, man. I think I would just make it so that anybody that, I don't know. Like I've always been the guy that wanted to do the thing where you don't let the star players get out until the grinders have gotten their shit done. So I'd maybe make it so that the lower guys are starting and forcing the issue early. I don't know. That's a tough question.
I like that one though. Like I'd want to tell my fourth line, like you're our starters. Like go out there and bang bodies.
Yep.
Liam, what do you got? You're coaching the Oilers. They got to listen to you.
I would change up the D pairings. I would have Walman with Bush, and I'd put Nurse on his offside with Ekholm, and then Kulak and Emberson. That would be my only change.
Rick?
Crazy.
It's not crazy.
I'm doing something about the pregame. I just feel like there's too often we come out as like even keel and kind of like work everything. I want energy. I want to feel the bass. I want to see the team come out on fire. Figure out how to do that.
I'm going to switch it up. We're going 6 skaters, no goalie for a minute. Wow. We're going to throw people off kilter first thing in the game. We'll put the goalie back in eventually, but we're going to overwhelm you on the first couple shifts. 6 skaters out there. Try and stop it. You can't. Well, you probably can, but you might not be able to.
Might get an empty netter, but.
So there you go. Ask the idiots. Just slide on into my DMs anytime you want to ask the boys a question. I will ask on your behalf. Moving on to hot and cold performers, Reese. And what do we got for our hot and cold performers? We have got the DFO Survivor Pool. Going over to Daily Face-Off. That is a Survivor Pool that's happening on Saturdays. You essentially pick your winners. You've got a couple of lives. What did you put here? Nation gear?
There's probably not a DFO thing right now.
That's okay. I'll get there. Reese, don't worry about it. I'll just tell you about it.
Yeah.
Going over to Daily Face-Off, sign up. And in the meantime, nationgear.ca. Go get yourself some threads. That makes Reese's life easier. I threw you a curveball. I could see him scrambling for the image over on this side. He's scrolling real fast. nationgear.ca. And also keep your eye on our socials. We'll be having our watch party schedules for the games at Greta as well. So hot cold performers, Rick, I'm going to start with you. Cold performer of the week. What's the veggies?
This one they posted a video. I can't remember if it was Saturday morning or Sunday morning. And I don't even know who it was, but it was probably one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. And it was 2 or 3 people trying to teach the American fans of the Ryder Cup a certain chant or something like that.
Oh my God.
It was honestly, it was
awesome.
It was embarrassing. Like anybody involved there should live under a rock for the rest of their lives. I hope no one ever figures out who you are, because you should never be able to wash your hands with that. That was terrible.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 Liam, you're up. Cold for the week.
Mine actually goes to the Ryder Cup as well. And I'm happy it happened, but just a terrible display of golf the US had on Friday and Saturday. And it was brutal. Even Sunday, they ran the table almost. But Russell Henley, you can put a little bit more behind the ball if you want to put it and win some competitions, So the US, and then also, what was it? The PGA of America, I think his name was, who said that Europe.
Name.
He said they retained the Ryder Cup. I was like, no. We won the damn thing. There you go.
I'm upset.
Terrible losers. Team of individuals proven on Sunday.
Dan, cold performer of the week.
Well, I've been checked out for a little bit, so I'm learning all kinds of new stuff as we go here. But mine's going to go to the one that dropped just as I was flying out for vacation. It's going to go to the CFL for their recent rule change announcements. Fine enough that a league recognizes when it's having some issues selling itself, but to transform yourself more into other football leagues that we see around the world already, I don't like it. So CFL gets my cold performer of the week. They are just fucking ass right now.
This is going to really test how badly Rick wants to get out of here on time. Does he want to dig his heels in right now?
I don't think they went to the NFL. I don't think they went to the NFL at all.
I think you're starting to head that way when you move the goalposts out of the end zone. You're shortening the end zone. You're shortening the field.
You're shortening the end zone only because there's some buildings out there that aren't 20. They can't fit.
There's two that. Yeah.
It's off the league. Almost off the league.
Oh, well.
Fine. But there's some that can't fit. Then there's the one that tapers. So, I would say, it should do a 20 as well, but I do get that. And then the goalposts do sort of kind of get in the way. I mean, we've seen guys. I remember Darren Flutie played way back in the 90s.
Yeah.
He ran right into it.
100%.
What about Fraggiato? Didn't he have a crossbar?
If they changed the ball or if they made it skinnier, then I agree. I don't like the fact they made it shorter, but I don't think that's at all moving towards the NFL.
I guess my position would just be that it's the slippery slope that we've now defined that in 2027 there's going to be more rule changes coming.
The things I think they put they dug their deals in. It's okay. That's not who we are. We will make some changes. Now in order to make the game better, it has nothing to do with on the field. They need to do a lot of other things. Football and gambling, whatever. That's why the NFL is where it is. But I think in terms of what they did, I don't think it's actually that bad. The 35-second thing, that'll be interesting to see. We'll have to judge that and see how it goes. But for the most part, I don't think I was worried they're going to go NFL, and I don't think they're different.
I don't mind the 26 changes, I will say. The benches and the modified 35 seconds.
Saying that it wasn't like that before.
I can't believe that wasn't
when was the lot? Like, I feel like the CFL has just never made a change before.
Yeah.
So they just went for it.
Rule changes,
I like the Rouge thing too.
I
want to be able to punt the ball in there and get there, but if you miss a field goal and it goes
it feels
there's
true.
no way that should be a Rouge. So I'm 50-50 because that should not be allowed, but there should be you can punt the ball through the end zone.
I don't mind
it's still called football.
Yep.
Allow an element of it there still.
Here we go.
But if you lose one to get rid of the other,
that's my cold performer of the week.
Really pushing up against that hard exit. Tyler, cold performer of the week.
The TV show from Eli Manning and all them, Chad Powers. Don't worry, I watched it, so you don't have to. It's fucking ass.
Oh, really?
I didn't expect it to be good. It's painfully terrible to watch.
They are just fucking ass. You didn't want to use the same button. They are just fucking ass right now.
Button for
cold performer of the week was, it's also a cold and a hot performer. So the Vikings are overseas right now. They played in Dublin last week. The game was what it was. It was not on TV. You had to get DAZN to watch it. So that's a cold performer that it just wasn't on TV. Hot performer also goes to Bet365 because I watched the entire game through Bet365 and I was doing the live bets, which are very, very fun. So cold performer, not having an international game on TV.
I also drink a beer at Rogers Place and I get crazy.
All right. Reverse order. It's only positives now. Tyler, you're up first. Hot performer of the week.
I think we're all fans of good recurring bits here. Big Cat from Pardon My Take has been buying 50-50 tickets for a decade. Every Cubs game he goes to, he buys hundreds, close to $1,000 worth of 50-50 tickets every single game. He finally won one the other day, $53,000 or something like that. He now thinks he's close to breaking even all time on 50-50s. And he went and then he actually donated all the money to a kids sport thing in Chicago, which is great. So shout out to Big Cat. Finally won a 50-50.
I find that hilarious. So that's a Cubs playoff game and they're 50-50. It's $53,000.
Wow. We
do that at minor hockey week.
We don't know how much ours is anymore.
Well, and we don't know how much the charities get anymore.
I know how much they say it is. All right, Dan, hop from the week.
Mine is going to go out to a team that I have much derided on this podcast, and the Montreal Canadiens. You have an opportunity to bring yourself into my good books by having both Florian and Arbor on the same lineup. It's been fun to watch this preseason. The Jack-Eye brothers are bringing back Bash brother kind of mentality to hockey. I love to see it. If anything, it's going to make the Montreal Canadiens harder to play against just because you've got that deterrent there. So love to see it. The Montreal Canadiens bringing the Jack-Eye brothers into the league together is my hot performer of the week.
Put some respect on my name.
Could have said the boom.
Bring in the boom.
Bring in the boom.
More importantly, go to hockeyfights.com.
Check it out.
Check it all out. Liam, hot from the week.
Hot performer of the week. I'm going to give my hot performer of the week to our guest yesterday on O&E, Michael Menzies. He now writes for us at Oilers Nation. And I read his article the other day. And he was just talking in old English. And he wrote a full 600-word article on it, on how Evander Kane wasn't going to get suspended by the NHL. And it was one of the funniest things I've ever read. So check that out. Michael Menzies is my hot performer of the week.
He's a hot guy.
Rick, hot from the week.
I'm going right back to last week, and I'm going to Team Europe, and specifically Shane Lowry, Tommy Fleetwood, and Rory. When Rory stepped away from the ball, I think
that was awesome.
Saturday, told the crowd to shut the fuck up, walks right up to his ball and sticks it 3 feet. That has got to be one of the craziest things you've ever fucking seen. I love the Ryder Cup. It went a little far this time, but I love the atmosphere of it. I love the back and forth. I love Lowry telling everyone else to fuck off. That was an awesome tournament. I love the way it finished.
Pour it on.
Suck it.
Finally, hot performer of the week, nationgear.ca. I'm just going to give a shout out to my dude. Frank turns 8 tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
And he's a good guy. He's ready to gamble again this summer or this season. Frank's picks are coming back. I also bought him a ball pit for his birthday. And I very much look forward to seeing him lose his fucking mind about 200 balls just sitting there waiting for him. So shout out to Frank. Happy birthday, buddy.
The big guy is smoking hot.
And because it's a preseason game, before we let Rick out, score prediction. Oilers Vancouver, last preseason game of the year.
I'm going 5-2 Edmonton. This way it gets the over. And I don't think Demko is going to have the year that I've been seeing people predicting for him.
Liam.
I'll say 5-4 Oilers in a shootout.
Dan.
3-2 Oilers win.
I was going to go shootout too. So I'll change it 6-5, really drag it out.
Whatever. The over is 5.5. So 5-1 Oilers. Please God, no extra time. It's the preseason. Ban it. Run the clock. That's all for have a good weekend.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered, from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.